Hello and welcome to my first video log. My name is Israel, although I also go by the name Izzy. And this is my first video log. Now I made this video log because I'm a digital artist and I have been drawing, I would say professionally, or when I got drawing professionally, it would have been about 3 years ago. And what I mean by that is that I basically decided that I would try to make drawing a career. Now, that's not to say that I have a career in drawing yet. I have been trying to get in the video game industry, although so far to no avail. But that is my dream. I used to work in the financial services in the city in London, and unfortunately that didn't do it for me, and I was quite unhappy in my job, and I wasn't really getting what I wanted out of it. Therefore, I decided to try to make a full-time career of my drawing, and there you are. So I wanted to call this channel The Struggling Artist because uh, I feel that when you go online, most of the time you only see the people that are already, fully grown artists, let's say, people who have a career in drawing or who have been drawing for years and years. And when you see their work, it's really intimidating that that's the level of the industry that you're trying to break into, especially if you don't feel like you are at that level. And I know I certainly don't feel like I'm at that level. And I know there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people like me out there, um, who also go through the same issue. So I made this channel not for people who are professionals, but for people who want to be professionals and just want to touch base with reality every now and again and realize that there's other people like you out there. And I can't speak for your particular journey, but if you are drawing and you are improving, uh, then your journey is going well. And I think I can say that with with confidence, because obviously if you are improving, you clearly have a knack for it. So you must be doing something well. So this is my first ever major drawing. What I mean by that is that this is really the first drawing when I sat down and I thought to myself, okay, I'm not going to make time an issue. I go online and I see artists who do masterpieces in an hour, in 2 hours, and when I've tried to do the same, it's really horrible. And because of that, I sometimes feel down. I feel like I'm not good enough. That I will never get there. And I know, just from talking to other artists and from hearing other professionals talk about their own journey, that this is really it's normal to feel this way, and that a lot of people go through this at the beginning. So yeah, I'm trying not to feel discouraged about that. And like I said, I try not to make time an issue. So in this video, in this particular drawing that you can see at the moment on the screen, I decided to go balls out, like they say, and absolutely not count the hours that I'm spending on it. I would say that I am 95% there. I'm almost finished. Um, the only thing that's been bugging me is the background. At the moment, there's a few effects that I've switched off, so that the color stays like I want it to stay, because I have like sunlight, and the sunlight has got an orange sort of pink hue because it's supposed to be the sunset. and so I don't want that to interfere with my color picking. Um, so there you are. Now I'm using a big Intuos tablet, a big Wacom tablet. Um, Not Intuos, sorry, I got confused. And yeah, and I'm just working on the tablet, as you can see. Now, because I am trying to record this at the same time as I'm doing the drawing, my Photoshop is a lot slower than it usually is, and it's really annoying me. Um, so I am glad that I am only recording the end of this of this drawing, because that would have really annoyed me otherwise. Now, I had trees in the background before. Let me show you what I had. Oh, this is really slow. Sorry about how slow the things are on the screen, but I there we are. So this is what I had before, and I just felt that there was depth lacking in the picture. So I decided that the tree, the tree at the front, or the tree behind the rock, this blue rock here on the left of the screen, I decided that that should be further back in the distance. Therefore, I should blur it out a little bit because it has a little bit too much detail. So I came up with this. So it's a very subtle change, but just enough to create, in my eyes, a little bit of that sense of depth. And I also changed the background to this. So I'm just trying to create something that looks like a rock, I guess. I think one of the problems that I had with the background was that I had trees and leaves, but really there's not that many leaves in the picture. So I decided that it needed to be more rocky. So I am trying to add the rocks now. Now there's supposed to be rocks. So I'm trying to add a little bit of blue, which in this case is just becoming purple because of the color mixing. So of course, because I have quite an intense background light, that basically means that the things that are further away in the background are picking up the light. However, I feel the rocks are too pink, and there's absolutely no hint of the dark blue or grey that there will be. So that's why I'm just touching that a little bit at the moment. Mm. I will I will play with the settings of the video next time, but at the moment it's really annoying me how slow my Photoshop is going. The canvas is pretty big. I think it's about 7,000 pixels, which is, I mean, and that's big for me. Usually worked on much smaller canvases. But I've been told that obviously the bigger the canvas, the more detail you can add, and the better the picture usually comes out. And I'm finding that to be true. You can zoom in when you need to, and you can work at the distance. And what I find that because there's more pixels, it's recording the brush a lot better and creating texture a lot more easily. Now, Oh, nice. It's taking absolutely ages for the brush strokes to show, um, and it's really annoying. Sorry about that. Um, so, like I said, um, if you're a beginner or if you're an artist who maybe started out not that long ago, or maybe even starting out, you are the person that I had in mind when creating this video. I just want people to know that there are other struggling artists out there, and that we're all trying to make a career out of it, and we all have a journey to go. And if you don't feel like you're good enough, that's absolutely fine. It's a normal way to feel sometimes. Um, but obviously, don't let that disencourage you, and continue practicing. And again, if you see progress there, you know you're doing well. Um, I'm based in London, in the UK, for the moment, uh, and I sometimes work with individual, independent developers in a bar. We all meet up and work there together. Actually, in two bars, one in Stratford and one in Stoke Newington. And yeah, and I've met a lot of people like me there. Everybody seems to be, working on their own stuff, and it's nice to see. It's nice to hang out with other artists and other people um, from your same industry. So yeah, if you are in London and you would like to come to one of these meetings, absolutely get in contact with me, and I can send you some details, and we can meet at the bar. And everybody's really friendly there. I went there for the first time by myself, not quite sure what I should expect, but everybody was friendly, made me feel really welcome and really relaxed, and it was great. So definitely recommend it if you're in town and you've got the possibility of meeting other artists. Don't let that go by and skip. Now, I think the tree in the background. Sorry. I think the tree in the background I am going to leave, but I'm trying to create more of that rock effect. Oh, this is really killing me. Why is this so? I feel like this is sort of going a weird way. Hmm. Okay, the very far end tree, where the background is yellow, I'm trying to create the impression of some rocks just behind it. However, that tree is on the same layer that I'm working on, so I just have to be careful that I don't draw on top of it, because otherwise I would just delete the bark, draw over the bark, and it would sort of disappear. So, like that, a tiny bit darker, that, So I'm just choosing slightly darker yellow, more saturated, and with a hint of orange for the shadows. But again, very, very light, um, because I don't want, it's in the background, details. are hard to see, so you don't want anything too strong. Um, yeah, because in real life, something that's in the distance and is very small, we wouldn't see a lot of detail unless we're right in front of it. In which case, obviously, it wouldn't be a small rock; it would be a big rock in your face. Um, um, no, it's, better. Now, like I said before, I am a struggling artist. I'm not a professional, and some of the things that I might be talking about here are my own theory and what I think makes sense, but clearly a lot of it might be wrong, um, because that's how you learn. So, I'm not giving you any advice here on things with much command because um, because I can't be too sure the advice I'm giving you. This is just my personal opinion. Again, I'm not a professional. I cannot paint something really detailed in an hour. I have to spend a lot of time on drawings to make them look polished or as polished as my skill can take at the moment. So just bear that in mind. Right. Um, no, the background is not coming on too well because I'm struggling with the lag on the screen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to fix um, the recording and try to drop the quality of the image a little bit. And I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Just bear with me.